The Super Bowl is here, almost. And whether or not you're a football fan, there are plenty of fun topics to debate leading up to the big game. So, setting aside the X's and O's momentarily, we asked CBS Philly's Don Bell and CBS Boston's Levan Reid about slightly less pressing issues, starting with who has the crazier sports fans. Don, take it away.
You've won 5 Super Bowls. It's an embarrassment of riches. Here in Philadelphia, we don't have a Lombardi trophy. There has never been anything like a Lombardi trophy on the trophy shelf. So I'm going to say that Philadelphia fans, without question, and it's not even close, they are the scariest, they are the most fierce, and they are the most passionate.
Really? We're doing this? Well, this is obvious. I watched Philly burn down their state. Okay, they burnt down their town. Boston is so used to winning that the fans are crazy, but they're knowledgeable. They go here, but Philly, you tend to go there. So I don't remember watching Crisco being put on poles by the police officers here in Boston. That happened in Philly. Crisco equals crazy.
Having to use Crisco to keep fans off of city lights almost tops plunking Santa with snowballs. Moving on. Who has the better hair, Nick Foles or Tom Brady? I'm not sure why I even got to ask.
It's unfortunate that both quarterbacks have to play wearing helmets, but that is the case. And I'm going to say that it's Tom Brady. It's hard to argue against that hair. Not only is he a champion, an MVP, but his hair is all world. Plus, he has Giselle to help him out with it, and she doesn't play games. She knows what she's doing. Sorry, Nick. Tom gets the nod.
Tom Brady is the best-looking man in America. Okay, let's just stop right there. These questions are ridiculous. Of course Tom Brady's got a better hair, and you know what he puts in his hair? His 5 Super Bowl rings. I don't know if this is even a question. Why is this even on the list?
Levan, why are you hating on all my questions, man? I'm going to catch up with you later. Now that we have the quarterbacks out of the way, let's look at the true fashion icons of this game. Head coaches Doug Peterson and Bill Belichick. We had to ask, which coach has the better sideline attire?
Well, fashion is pretty cyclical, right? So when you think of it that way, I mean, Belichick, when he first started rocking that hoodie with the sleeves cut off, it was like he was intimidating. He was a force. But we've seen it for so long. It's tired. It's old. Bro, it's time to change up your style. So I'm going to go with Doug Peterson with the better sideline attire. He's got that sweet visor that John Gruden used to wear back in the day. He's got the locks coming out the top with that like salt and pepper hair. I'm going to go with Dougie Fresh.
Really? Bill Belichick, you see the way that man dresses? Really? Who wears the better sideline attire? It's obviously Bill Belichick. Sometimes he goes with the sleeveless things where he's got suns out, guns out. Sometimes he wears the hood. The best part about his attire is that he brings those little pencils and the little pieces of paper to write down notes. He doesn't need an iPad. He doesn't need a Microsoft pad. Pencil's the way to go.
For me, true fashion is timeless, like a classic blue suit. And that is exactly what Belichick's hoodie with the sleeves cut off look will prove to be. Timeless. You don't believe me? Check out his O&D coordinators and soon-to-be head coaches. Look familiar? And finally, we saved this one for last in case a fight broke out. Which city has the best Super Bowl food? Philly's cheesesteak or New England's Maine's lobster roll?
I lived in Boston for 4 years. You always talk about your lobster rolls and all that stuff, but you know what? It's Philly cheesesteak without a question. Lobster roll, that's so highbrow. You want to bring it down. You want to get grimy. You want to get gritty. You want to get your hands greasy. That's what it's all about during the Super Bowl. That's what it's all about when you're watching football. So without question, the Philly cheesesteak, 8 days a week over the lobster roll.
First and foremost, I'm being told it's called a Maine lobster roll. It should be New England clam chowder, but either way, I'm going to have to go with the Philly cheesesteak because I'd rather have meat and a beverage than fish. But on Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, you give me that lobster roll, that Maine lobster roll with a side of clam chowder, and I'm going to be happy to watch the Patriots get that victory.
All right, I have no idea which city actually won this debate, but one thing they can both hold over every other city in the country: they get to watch their team in the Super Bowl. Matt Yurish for WBZ News.